here's the thing. You don't just get, like, dressing up like a girl. You don't just do that out of nowhere. That doesn't just accidentally happen. You don't accidentally set multiple sub-goals that end up in you wearing makeup and maid outfits and cat ears by accident. I'm gonna get kind of personal with you, chat. I'm gonna tell you some things that not many people know. Because exposing yourself online is how you get views, right? Let's go all the way back to the beginning. As a young lad, I hung out with several other young lads, but one thing to note about this friend group is that we were kind of at each other's throats. It might not have been the best, come to think of it. Now, the thing is here, chat, I kind of got made fun of in this like friend group, these friends, and they'd always call me gay. And I was like, well, like, okay, so the first thing, when someone calls you gay once, you're like, fuck that guy, I ain't gay. But when you get called gay, like, every day, you start to be like, I'm not, but, like, why are they calling me gay so much? I ain't gay. I know that. Like, I fucking know that. But what the fuck is it? Why does everyone I meet call me gay? And then I went to college, and I went to, like, school, and it was like, people, like, they weren't even being insulting. They just think that. It was nothing I was doing. I as far as I was concerned, I was a perfectly normal man. You know, I had some skeletons in my closet. I was quite into the old mommy milkers and all that sort of thing back in the day, but, like, you know, who wasn't? No, I never had any girlfriends, which I'm sure was a point of contention. I'm sure the skin tight jeans and beanies and just general demeanor didn't help. I'll be honest with you, chat. I kind of came across a little gay. Not gonna, like, I now that I've grown, I kind of get it. Here's the thing. I was mad. I was like, I can be a manly man. I can be a manly man. Again, I was kind of only like this because my friends were like, you're gay, mate. You're cringe. You're gay, mate. No, I'm not gay. I'm manly. Fuck you guys. So this motherfucker took kickboxing. This motherfucker was like, what's the most manly sport I can do that will prove my penis is just fucking huge? Like, I'm the butchest motherfucker. I was like, I'm gonna get into the UFC. I'm gonna get into kickboxing. That's definitely not gay. They won't think I'm gay if I do this. And it's a foolproof plan, because honestly, that threw off a lot of people. A lot of people were like, yep, no way that guy's gay, which is quite weird, because honestly, if you've ever seen the UFC... No, so I did kickboxing for like a year, but I also changed sort of who I was. I remember my internet friends, they called me gay. I was like, what the fuck? I'm not gay, fuck, shit. And I remember going to school, and then my school friends were like, wait, you're not gay? There's this one fucking gay kid who, like, kind of made fun of me for not being gay, because he was so convinced that I was gay and was just hiding it. And I was like, I fucking hated that guy, by the way, because he was trying to, like, out me constantly. Anyway, I literally had a day where I went home and I was like, holy shit, I gotta change all this shit up. So I started wearing, like, tell you what, I ordered all this in the same day. You're right, mate. You're right. Cheers, mate. Cheers. You're right, mate. Yeah. You know, I'd stand out with the smokers even though I wasn't smoking, and I was like, hey, I'm a Chad now. No one's gonna call me gay. You know, I'd always talk about kickboxing and UFC, and I was like, yeah. And then something happened, chat. Something happened. I realized that people, they stopped calling me gay, but then they'd, like, move on to other shit. And I was like, fuck it. I guess people are just gonna make fun of me no matter what. Then everything stopped, because Corona happened. I stopped doing kickboxing, I stopped going to school. And that was a game changer, okay? Because, you know, I was sort of starting to come out of it. I was sort of wanting to quit kickboxing, and I was sort of wanting to stop being like that. So the fact that Corona came along sort of gave me an out, right? And I sort of stopped doing it. But at the same time, that meant I was spending a lot more time with my online friends. I mentioned earlier in the story that these friends were sort of into 4chan, and there's a certain board on 4chan called LGBT. I had a specific friend that was there a lot, and looking back on it, he was a straight guy too. Why were two straight men browsing a 4chan board meant for specifically for not straight men? You know, he went on this board and he was adamant. He was like, dude, you're trans. And I'm like, whoa, Where'd that come from? It's not a bad thing. Not, just want to make that very clear. But I ain't it, right? And he was like, you are. What, me? Me dressed as a woman? No way, dude. No, what? No, dude. And I was serious though, because I was like, seriously, like, I'd never do that. What the fuck? You'd have to pay me like at least 200 gifted subs for me to do something like that. Then I remember one specific day. I swear what I'm about to say ain't as gay as it sounds, by the way. We were like, hey, what's like the most attractive man in the world? And you know, this started from like me being like, oh man, I hope when I'm like an old man, I'm still attracted. So it was like, I was then looking up like attractive like old men, like to see if like men in their 70s still had like big muscles and shit. And then I was like, I wonder who just the most attractive man is. And I remember going through Google and I was like, David Beckham, like Brad Pitt from Fight Club, right? And then I see a woman there and I'm like, that's not a man. What's that doing on the most attractive man Google search page? And I click it. Let me find you the image that I clicked, chat. This, my friends, is a man. And I remember having a very specific moment where I was like, wait, people do that? And then it went to the back of my mind. You know, I was like, fuck it. I forgot about it. Just whatever to me. But, you know, this friend, he was convinced that I was trans, or at least whatever the fuck Sneaky was. I remember him saying to me at one point, it pisses me off so much that you won't just admit it. And I don't know if this is like, looking back on it now as I'm like laying it all out in front of my internet therapist that is Twitch chat, maybe that like gave me the complex to actually do it, like a self-fulfilling prophecy or whatever, but like let's not worry about that. I stopped being friends with that guy. I stopped, right? It's a little weird to be like saying that to your friend all the time. This is while I was still like kind of like just before I quit kickboxing. I was like, am I in a crush? No. That I couldn't, like, I didn't want to be, cause in my eyes, I was this manly man, right? Like, that would not work. It would be like, I'd hate myself. Like, I was just like, no way. It couldn't be me. No way. I just like wrote it off. I like didn't want it to be real. You know, I was even like, hey, I'm so sure. In fact, I wasn't sure. I was not sure at all. But I was like, so I can be sure. I'll try it once. And my parents left for a week. They went on holiday. And they were going to like some caravan site with my like 5-year-old brother. I was like, kind of just want to play video games. By the way, I like this right now, like me not even knowing if I'm a fanboy or not. This is classic as out. So this is how recent we're talking, okay? So I'm like, I'll try it once. Here's the thing. I was living with my parents. I didn't have like any girls' clothes. I didn't have anything. How the fuck am I gonna try? This is a little bit embarrassing, chat. How does a man cross dress without the dress to cross in? Well, it all started, yes, Animal Crossing. See, in the newest Animal Crossing game, you could wear any clothes as any gender. So I bought that game. Every single fucking day, I would go to the Able Sisters shop and I would buy a new dress. And I remember the very start of the game, I was wearing only boys' clothes. And then by the time I quit, I'd only be wearing girls' clothes in game. Hey, maybe there's something to this. Fuck. This is where I go back. My parents, they left for a week. They were on holiday. I was like, I have to just try this once in real life to see if I'm okay with it. Like, fuck, I just have to find out. I have to find out. This is a plaid shirt I got from Primark a few years ago. Your boy tied this around his waist. Something like that. That was the skirt, guys. And I remember I looked into the mirror and I was like, nope, no, cool. I don't like it. I'm free. Boom. Never have to do this again. But, you know, my parents are away for a week, guys. I tried again like 2 nights later. And I remember having this moment like the second time. And I remember I looked in the mirror and I was like, fuck. Now you're gonna have to deal with this. But then immediately after, this like sense of like, okay, I don't want to like get psychoanalyzed by Twitch chat right now, but when I think to myself like there's 2 fucking people in my head, like 2 separate people, like bipolar, like Mr. Robot, like literally like fucking Jungian shadows. Yeah. So I remember having this moment where I looked in the mirror and I was like the part of my brain that wanted to be feminine had been suppressed so long by this like super masculine compensating side of my brain. And I remember looking in the mirror and having this like beautiful moment of like, wow, I've been trying to like push you down for so long, and I've hated that part of you, like me, for so long. And right now, I'm like, fuck that. I don't hate you anymore. I love you. We're gonna do this shit together. And I just remember like looking in the mirror and just feeling that. And like, I was like saying that to myself, and it was so wholesome. And you know, from that day, you know, I just started getting a little bit more feminine, right? Started sort of hanging out in those circles, stopped talking to that one friend. You know, I hadn't really done anything. I was wearing like black shirts every day. I was still living with my parents. I'm not really expressing myself yet, right? I grew my hair out because it was Corona. It was down to like my shoulders. It was whatever, right? I started this little online business where I would sell makeup because I could buy makeup for really cheap. So I would buy it and then resell it. This was before YouTube, and I'd never used any of it. I got to know a thing or two about makeup just from that connection, right? Suddenly, the day comes. That's the day I leave. I leave my house with my parents. I take a haircut in the morning of leaving, because I literally left it that long that I was like, fuck it, I'll have a haircut the day I go, because I fucking hate having haircuts so much. I hate them. Holy fucking shit. My little brother gets me like a pink flower from the garden, and is like, here, take this, remember me. And I'm like, oh. So I wear it, and I've got this like little flower, and I put it behind my ear, and I have like my mask on. Let me try and find you guys some old pictures of me. There's a long hair pint, little man. There's me with my old face out too. There he is. So that's about as feminine as I was getting. This was like the Animal Crossing thing. This was after I had the self-love conversation. I went to university. The first day I go outside. Two observations. There's a gentleman with makeup on, and I'm like, oh damn, boy's got good makeup. And there was this guy who was like talking about, I heard the word femboy, and I heard that, and I was like, holy shit. Like, you don't just hear those words. I didn't, you know, I'm me, so it's not like I was gonna socially interact with him or anything. I just like looked at him and I was like, oh shit, okay, cool. People do that. It's crazy. People do that here. Wow. Later that night, again, by the way, this is like in Britain. There was like 1 week at the start of university where they were like, fuck it, Corona's gone. And then we had a massive spike and everything locked down. And then that guy later that night at the bar, I heard him talking about like wearing skirts and shit. And this guy was like a big guy. He was like, but like, I was like, oh shit. So like, you can do that. I was like, okay. And then later that night again, I still haven't interacted with this man. He comes over to me. He's from Ireland. So he's like, I like your hat and glasses combo, mate. It's sick as fuck. Oh my God, he likes my style. At this point, I'm like, I've been waiting to move out of my parents' house. And I'm like, when I move out, I am gonna go fucking, bro, I am gonna do so much. So I got to university. I started streaming at university. I did like my Dark Souls stream. And I was like, well, shit, I don't want to show my face. What if people like make fun of me? So for a few months, I didn't show my face. And then I did the IRL stream. And I was like, again, it's the first thing I ever did like this. I did the first cooking stream, I believe, just before Christmas. And I wore a little apron. That went over well with Twitch chat. Later, I was out with my friend, and I was like, I want a blanket. He got a blanket, he got a gray one. I'm gonna get the pink one. Fuck it. I've made some moves. I'm getting a little more confident with myself. And then Christmas break happens, and all of my roommates leave for like 2 months. And I've done face reveals on stream. So Christmas comes around, and I'm like, what if I did a live stream where people can send me things? And what if I put Cassie in charge of it? And then let's say 3 or 4 days before the event, I ask her, hey, has someone sent a maid outfit? And if she says no, maybe I'll order one myself. Luckily, someone did order one. So I had to, like, against my will, go and wear the maid outfit on Christmas. Oh my God, how embarrassing. I totally didn't want to do that. And that was it. The first time I ever cross-dressed or wore anything feminine was on stream. So the maid outfit, the cat ears, it was all coming together. But we hadn't quite gone all the way yet, chat. Now, a couple items that I did receive as well in my Christmas stream were, I got some makeup, I got some thigh highs, and, you know, the maid dress. So I was like, hey, what if we do a makeup and maid dress stream? Just see. my friends in Discord were talking. They were like, oh yeah, do this, do this, do this. And I was like, how do you guys fucking know this? And they were like, I saw the new Finster video. And I'm like, who's Finster? So I looked Finster up 3 months ago and I'm like, I like your cut, G. So I subscribed. And then as you can see, the next video here is the ultimate e-girl tutorial, as if by fate. So the stream comes around. Might as well, for the first time in my life, go full girl mode while streaming to like 200 people. Going back to the old manly days of me being like, oh, I'm a manly man. I gotta say, it's been more manly, more grown up, more brave of me to do all this shit than any of the shit I was doing before. This shit's like, it's like, oh, what if people think I'm super weird and cringe? Exposing yourself in front of other people is super scary. So I did it. I dressed up like a girl on stream and people liked it. People complimented me. You know, I look back a bit and I'm still like, I could pass a little better. Let me pull up some more pictures here to show you guys. This is what I look like with the cap on. The LA cap. This is me. Oh my god, this is so cringe. In almost exactly 1 year, we go from this to this. Hey. Somehow, the plot thickens. My roommate returns home. My real life roommate, but my good friend. There's me, 3 girls, and him. He finds my stream, and he's like, damn, bro. I ain't gay, but, you know, at least my friend found me. At least Ethan found me. And not, like, everyone else. Fucking today, I'm in the kitchen. I'm making pizza. It looked fucking good, by the way. Holy shit. Both of them come out and I'm like, fuck. Oh, now I've got to, like, socially interact. So I'm sat there. My pizza's done. I'm talking to my roommates. And then she hits me with the, I'm sorry if this is weird to ask, but, how do you get your eyeliner like that? So I'm sat here thinking like, these motherfuckers, they have no idea. I hid that shit perfectly. Yeah, turns out Ethan, the motherfucker, was taking Snapchat pictures all stream and was like, hey, here's my friend. Look how hot he is. So I'm just like, you know, you take the line from under your eye, you keep going. And then I'm like, man, look at how far I've come. To the point where I've gone from being made fun of for like suppressing that I'm gay to proudly being able to give women tips on makeup after doing it like 3 times. The last bit in that interaction, I'm like, I say to her, you know what? This will make a good story for stream. And I realized I'm a streamer now. I wasn't a streamer when I got partnered. I wasn't a streamer when I did the Dark Souls playthrough. I wasn't a streamer when I first launched Twitch. I'm a streamer now because when something happens in my life, the first thing I think is that's good stream content. And that is what makes a streamer. So yeah, that's how I became like a femboy or whatever. When people ask me now, like, are you trans? Are you a femboy? What's the deal? I'm like, I don't know, man. I just like being cute and I like dressing up as a woman. And I don't think it really needs to go much further than that, you know?